Hey guys, so I want to show you how to make my fluffy dark buttercream frosting, and this is what we're going to need. We're going to start off by having about 500 grams of butter or margarine, 70% fat. I have 700 grams of icing or powdered sugar, 100 grams of cocoa powder so we can make it dark, and of course my tablespoon of vanilla. You can do this with a hand mixer or a stand mixer. It doesn't really matter. The trick is just to go slow. I'm taking out my K-beater. That's the one I love to use. And it's called, well, this is a little bit of a smaller mixer. With my Kenwood, it's a K mixer. I'm adding my powdered sugar. As you can see, it makes a lot of fluff and a lot of powder that's going around. But don't worry, we'll fix that later. I'm adding my butter or margarine. Just make sure that it's in big chunks and at room temperature. If it's not, it's going to make little blobs of buttercream or butter inside your buttercream and you're going to struggle to pipe it. I'm adding all of my cocoa powder at once and just making sure we have everything inside there. As you can see, if I put the mix on now, it's not going to work. Everything is going to be just icing and cocoa powder everywhere. So I'm adding milk. This is just normal full cream store-bought milk, and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup at a time. This way, adding a little bit at a time, I'm not going to make my frosting too runny that you have to add more icing sugar, and in the end the consistency is just going to not be the way I want it to be. I'm taking my spatula and just going slowly to add everything together. If I put in the beater now, I'm going to end up having all of those powder everywhere against my walls, against the table, and that's definitely not what we want. I'm adding and slowly working it together. As you can see, my video is slowed down. You don't have to worry about doing it this slow. And I'm not happy with the consistency and how it comes together, so I'm taking another 1/4 of milk, 1/4 cup of milk, add it, and then I'm going to work it in again. So now again, I'm going to take my spatula and just work it all together. And as you can see, it slowly but surely comes together a bit more. Of course, you cannot get that fluffy consistency only with your hand. You are definitely going to need some kind of beater. And now the way this comes together, very soon I'll be able to add my K-beater or electric beater now. I do not use the one that is for whipped cream, the one with lots of spikes. You'll see that easily. I'm pretty sure you'll know what it is. I'm adding this one. It works perfectly for buttercream. I'm going to turn on my mixer at a slow pace at first, just to make sure, woof, there we go. Can you imagine if I didn't do this the way I did and started it with the mixer? I'm just going slow until I see everything is nicely and combined, and turning it on again, and now we can go a little bit faster. As soon as everything comes together, I am going to add my vanilla essence. The reason I'm adding it now, I've come to notice that it just brings out that chocolatey flavor that I want so much. I'm adding 1 tablespoon. This doesn't have to be a very expensive vanilla. If you have vanilla paste or even a little bit more expensive vanilla, that's perfectly fine. It will just bring out that chocolatey flavor even more. But I want the chocolate, especially the chocolate, to be the center here. So I'm going to turn my mixer back on again and now let it go at full speed and just continue to mix until I have the fluffy consistency that I want. What you can do is every now and again just take your spatula and run it against the sides to make sure everything is perfectly combined. Bringing that all together until you have a very fluffy buttercream. Now, the trick with butter is the more you mix it, the fluffier it gets. I'm going to continue now and go on a very high speed. Every now and again, I'm just going to open up my mixer and make sure that I am happy with everything that I see. You want to just put a little bit on a spoon or your finger and just taste it as you go along. You'll know when it's ready. You'll taste that buttery fluffiness. I think I am more or less happy with the consistency here. And I'll lift up my spoon just so you guys can see it really is something fluffy and dark chocolatey. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you guys make this and let me know how it tastes. Thank you so much for watching.